Okay, recording is in progress.
All right.
Yeah, so
Hello and all right, we ready?
we're ready. We're
Okay. All
yeah.
right. Hello and welcome back to Ben and Danielle Reviews. I'm Ben,
I'm Danielle.
and it's really good to see you again, Danielle. I
It's
know
good to
it's
see.
been a while since we've done a video together,
It
and
has. Good to see you as well.
and and today we wanted to talk about something that you really enjoy, and that's Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I heard that you played a little one shot recently,
Yeah, it
and I want to
was
hear
okay.
about your experience. You played was it a vampire paladin
Yeah,
level 3?
yes, it was,
Okay.
but
And
it didn't have any of the special powers that I guess you get with level 3 paladins because my DM took those away from me.
what did your GM take away?
I had the ability to like spider crawl on walls and summon wolves,
Oh,
and
that's the probably because you were a vampire. Because
yeah,
yeah, okay, because yeah, paladins can't normally do that unless depending on what class you play or
okay,
race or character, whatever. I get them all
sure,
mixed up. But
yeah,
yeah, so um, but your DM wouldn't let you climb on walls or summon wolves.
yeah.
No. But did you
But
use
I
a pet
was
bat?
what's that?
Did you use a pet bat?
I I had one, but it didn't come in use at all.
Oh, well, it's just
Yeah,
there to look cute on your shoulder then.
yeah,
What was the
I
story about?
guess. So it was this mystery about this guy who had disappeared, and we were trying to find him, and this I forgot what it was like Skarn or something like that was the name of the town or city. I don't
Um,
remember what the name of the place was,
oh, okay. But
but
so you went missing in that city?
yeah, but then yeah, and so we were going all around trying to find him, and turns out he was just in his basement chilling the whole time.
You guys didn't think to check his basement? Did you not start it in his house?
We didn't start in his house, but we went to his house and we looked around his house, but then I guess we weren't able to go into the basement when that was where he was, and so we had to go all around town looking everywhere. And then he just all of a sudden was just in his basement the whole time.
And
And that
how
was,
come you guys couldn't get into his basement at first?
I don't know. I guess maybe our DM just didn't steer us in that direction, didn't tell us that there was a basement. I think we just
Oh,
thought it was because we weren't told that there was a basement. We just thought it was a one-story building.
oh, okay. So not enough information was given for you guys to think, oh, we
Yeah.
should go check there.
Yeah.
Did you get to cast any spells?
No, I didn't. I got to throw a couple javelins, but the
Oh,
the battle was was pretty anticlimactic. So we went to uh some I guess it was almost a dungeon, but it was just like a room in a basement somewhere, and there was some cultists that were summoning a monster, and they're using a woman as a sacrifice.
no, that's what cultists are good at.
Yeah,
They always have to have a sacrifice or two.
yeah. And so there was this slime creature thing that was in the corner that came out of the corner and started attacking us. And then as soon as we defeated that slime monster, all the cultists just cowered into a corner.
So
And
they were hiding
yeah,
behind the slime creature.
but then once we defeated it, they just cowered in the corner anyway.
And
And
did they just surrender and you guys let them go?
yeah,
Or did you guys kill them all?
we didn't kill them all. We were told by the DM not to because they would just give up any information we wanted.
Oh, okay. So, I
Yeah,
mean, I hope they got in trouble for, potentially sacrificing
yeah.
people because that's
It
not
it
good.
didn't
I mean,
actually. Yeah, yeah. That information uh, 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 wasn't told to us, nor was it really uh useful for the story in any way.
oh, okay. Well, it sounds like it was a good time though. Did everybody
It was
enjoy
okay.
themselves? Did you have a
It was
well-balanced
okay.
party? Like other than your paladin, what other characters did you have in there? Do you remember?
I don't know because no one used any of their powers.
Oh, but you guys solved the
Yeah.
mystery and found him in his basement. After all, even though the DM
Uh,
didn't tell you there was a basement, you guys eventually discovered that there was a basement.
kind of. I don't know what the it was all a mess. It didn't make sense to me, any of the story.
Did you like it enough to try it again?
Yeah, I want to try it a little differently though.
How would you want to
So
try it differently?
I probably want to have a more structured story to start out with and see if that is more of something that I would enjoy and maybe try running it and maybe have a different group because a lot of the people that I was playing with were very quiet and so I was kind of the one trying to do all the work because everyone else didn't want to no one else wanted us to really speak up
Oh, are they
or be
all,
involved.
were they kind of inexperienced players?
Yeah,
Yeah, that can, when you first get started, it can be a little intimidating, especially if you're playing
sure.
with people that you're not familiar with.
Yeah,
But at least you guys had the experience.
yeah.
So I'll like
That's
to
all
hear
right.
about more of your adventures when you play.
Sure. I picked up a bunch of books and I know when I'm gone I'm gonna read the player's handbook and I picked up a what is it? The Candlekeep Mysteries. I
Oh,
wanted
yeah,
to,
I think that has a lot of one shots in it.
yeah. So I'm gonna try and run that for a different group of people and see how they like it.
Yeah, that's a good one to start with if you're wanting to just do
Okay,
structured story and then not such a long one.
sure.
I've played in many one shots that turn into 3 or 4 episodes.
Okay,
I've never really sat down and played a one shot. I don't think it's ever just been a one shot. So,
sure.
but that
Yeah,
depends on what the players do because the players can kind of derail everything that DM thinks it's going to go. So, but that's exciting that you played that.
yeah,
What else have you been
yeah.
playing?
So I started playing a game called Expressions. It's this little card game. It's a cooperative card game where you have limited communication. You're trying to guess the cards in everyone's hand, in your opponent's hands, your partners, I should say. And yeah, but you don't. All you're given are clues or of like, hey, such and such card is my only of this color. This is my highest card of this color, and I have no cards of this color. That kind of thing.
So you would ask me those questions and then I would guess the word on the card.
No, no, I would just tell you that about my own hand, and then you have to guess the cards in my hand.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah,
And you like that one.
I did enjoy it. Maybe a little bit of bias because I went to high school with the designer of the
Oh,
game.
yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean, I'm
went
sure you can take that out of the equation and still be like, yeah, that's a
sure.
good game.
Yeah, I do enjoy it more than other games I've played in this genre, like Hanabi and those kind of games. I,
Okay.
yeah.
Nice. I was supposed to play Sentinels of the Multiverse last weekend,
Yeah.
but our Magic game took a really long time. And then we were like, well, that took a long time, so we need to play a shorter game, right? And so we decided on Star Realms, which everybody
Okay.
at the table has swore I played that before. I'm like, oh, no, I played Hero Realms, which plays the same. So like by the first like second turn, I'm like, this game's gonna last as long as Sentinels, right? Because you can heal literally like every turn, and we're all at like
Sure.
high health. So it took a really long time to play that, and we could have played Sentinels in the time, but we played Star Realms instead.
Oh,
So I still haven't played my
yeah.
Sentinels game.
Yes. Two players, it goes pretty quickly, Star Realms, but when you have multiplayer game, that can take a while.
Yeah, and it did because we had, let's see, 2, 3, 4. We had like 6 players, I think. So it took a while.
Oh, that's so you need like 3 decks of cards for that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, my friend has like all of them, so
Okay.
we were not short on cards. So,
Sure.
but we had a good time. It just our game
That's
night
good.
was rather long, but it was good.
Oh, okay.
And I killed
Yeah.
one person in Magic. There were 2 people at the table playing the Mothman deck, which I think I complained about that in my last video because those are primarily mill decks.
Yep.
And the one of them put a card on me that cursed me. So anytime I milled the card, I had to double how many cards I was milling. So if I milled 5, I had to mill 10. And so I'm like, oh, I clearly got to get rid of this guy first. And so I did, but none of us survived. We had a guy at the table who was playing very heavily defense. So anytime we wanted to attack him, say we attacked him with 3 creatures, we had to pay 10 mana per creature. So we could
Okay.
unless we could destroy his
Sure.
artifacts that were causing him all that, we weren't able to kill him. And so we were all just like, yep, we can't win this.
Oh, yeah.
So but it was a good time.
Awesome.
But
Sweet. Did you have any games planned coming up?
we did talk about a game night Saturday night, but I don't know what we're gonna play it. Maybe we'll actually do Sentinels this time. We'll see.
Okay.
What do
Sweet.
you guys got going on this weekend?
Uh, so this weekend I have not I have the ward event I'm running.
Oh,
which it's a trading card game from a local company.
okay.
They, yeah, and so they're expecting like 15 to 20 people to show up at the shop for that.
Oh, that'll be nice. What kind of card game
Yeah,
is it?
it's a trading card game where you have your own personal deck, but you have a creature, like you only have one creature and you're battling your opponent's creature, and you are actually rolling dice to determine damage. You're rolling d6s, and so you have to roll to see if you hit or not, and then you have to roll for damage. You roll a certain number of damage. Yep. And
Nice.
then
How many cards are in your deck?
it's a 30 card deck, 35 card deck, something like that.
So you have your one creature and then as like equipments and stuff to help your creature
Yes.
combat
Yeah.
the other guy's creature.
Yeah. And then you win if your opponent's graveyard has a certain number of hit points for their creatures in it.
Oh, well, you'll have to take pictures and post that on the Facebook page
Yeah.
and then give a review on that. So
Sure.
hopefully you guys have a
Uh,
good turnout. That sounds interesting.
yeah. And then Sunday I fly out like early morning, like 5 o'clock or so.
That is very, oh, you leave at 5 a.m.?
Yeah,
Wait, that means you gotta be at the airport at like 3 a.m.
I know. And so
You
I'm
might
gonna
as
have a
well,
long day
yeah, you might as well
Saturday,
just
and
not go to bed.
I know I probably won't get to.
Yep, just get off work and then go right to the airport.
Yeah, pretty much. I get off at 6 p.m. and then I'll try to sleep maybe, but I don't know. I never can sleep that early.
I wouldn't be able to either. I would just be like, oh, I'll wait till I get on the plane.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, and I don't sleep on the planes well either.
and you have a layover, I assume.
Yep, I gotta go from Duluth to Minneapolis and then from Minneapolis to Seattle.
And how long's your layover?
It's like an hour, so I'm gonna be like scrambling to get to the my gate.
Unless when you land, your plane is on the same terminal as your gate that you depart
Yeah,
on.
I don't know, but what that if that's the case or not.
Yeah, hopefully it
Gotta
will
find
be.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, um, well, that'll be good. Safe travels.
Thank
But
you.
I'm sure I'll talk to you before Saturday, but good travels.
Yeah, of course.
So, yeah.
How's your D&D campaigns going?
Good. We're playing the Air Pirate one. I cannot Spelljammer. We've been playing that for quite some time.
Okay.
I think we give our DM a run for his money.
Okay.
For some reason they always think that I'm the one that starts everything. It's like, well, I am playing a barbarian.
Sure.
But like the last time we like slaughtered a bunch of people, I was like, hey, I didn't start that one. So but
Sure.
he's on vacation right now, so we're not playing again until not this coming Wednesday, but next Wednesday.
Okay.
I'm having some
That
withdrawals. So, because my Sunday
gotcha.
campaign, which is a homebrew, they were sick on Sunday, so we didn't get to. So I haven't played D&D in like over a week now, and I'm like, I'm having withdrawals.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, how is the Spelljammer? Because I've heard some not great things about that one.
I love it, but I think it also depends on your DM because I love our
Okay.
DM. He does such a
Sure.
fantastic job. He adds. I'm sure he's added quite a bit of his own flair to it. Um, so I personally really like it.
Awesome.
And it seems
That's
like
good.
there's a direction to go and there's a story to follow. So so I recommend it. I really like it.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm hoping that I'll be a good DM and when I play.
Yeah, and I think the more you practice at it, I've only ran I think 2 games, and I ran Icewind Dale and Strahd.
Okay.
And I just used the books as a guideline and then just made crap up.
Okay.
And I just tell
Cool.
people, don't ever read the book because you'll see that I didn't even follow it. So once
Sure.
you kind of get the idea and kind of like, okay, I want my characters to go here and here, and don't spend too much time like trying to plan everything out because your players will not do what you think they're going to do. So
Okay.
always kind of think, okay, well, I want them to go to this tavern to talk to this bartender, but they're
Sure.
probably going to go over here because they'll think it has magical items. So kind of give them a hook in that area also. Is kind of what I
Sure.
did.
Okay.
But yeah.
I think with ours we were newer to it, so we wanted more direction than we were actually given. And our DM was kind of just letting us do what we wanted to do and just figuring it out on our own. And that, I don't know, for some people, especially us and the quieter people in our group, that didn't work out so well.
Yeah, you need to give direction and kind of like some nudges at sometimes. But then there's other times that the players are just going to kind of, they'll think, oh, I need to go over here. even though you want them to go over there. So that you just got to kind of
Sure.
prepare the fact that, but if you give them enough direction and enough nudges without giving too much, because you don't want to give away the puzzle. But if you
Yeah.
give enough just so that they kind of go in the right area and then they can solve it themselves.
Okay.
I've
Yeah.
only ran two, so I don't really have a lot of good advice to give you, but I think you should just
Okay.
have a good time with it. So,
Awesome. Thank you.
and you'll have to obviously report back and tell us how it goes.
Absolutely. And you'll have to report back more on your campaigns.
Of course, of course. And I don't know when you're looking to run one, but if you're ever in town, if we're ever in the same town together, I'd sit in one of your games.
Okay. Awesome. You live way too far away,
I do, but sometimes you come to town. So,
but you live way too far away.
I
And
do.
that's,
I do. Actually, yes, I live too far away from everything now. So, but
I
yeah, it's what
mean,
happens when you move to the farm country. So
yeah. I mean, it doesn't help when I moved kind of far away too,
yeah, some that happens
but
though. I mean, it was good to get out of the areas that we were in.
yeah,
So
that's a scary place sometimes.
it is. I mean, any big city these days is becoming really scary. So yeah, it's sad
Yes.
really. But we won't talk about that because we're here just talk about games.
Yes, of course.
So
Are there anything coming out that you're looking forward to game wise?
not that I can think of. Um, I haven't really looked though to see anything new.
Okay.
There's that one that you showed me that I think is out now, the one with the dragons or the I think it was the dragons, wyverns maybe? Like Wingspan?
Yeah. Yeah. Wormspan. Yep.
Yeah, is that out yet?
Yeah. It came out at the end of the month. It's really good.
Okay, yeah, so that one I've been wanting to play. So
Yeah.
and now that it's out, I should probably pick up a copy.
You
Just
should.
it looked cute. I've never actually played Wingspan, I gotta be honest, but when you showed me that, I was like, oh, that's something
Yeah.
I totally need. So
Yeah, for sure. And maybe that would be something that we could play when I'm in town,
yeah,
possibly.
yeah.
Yeah. So I had my copy. I bought it for Sharita, and so we played it probably a dozen times, or I did, and then I gave it to her once I was able to. I was able to get an advanced copy of it and
Oh, okay.
play it before it came out in retail, and then teach it to everyone.
So you still have your copy for you
Uh,
though?
no,
No, you
I gave it to her.
all right, so I'll
Yeah.
pick up a copy. Um, yeah, I think I could probably pick up a copy this weekend if I can find it, and then we can play it when you're
Okay.
here.
Sweet. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, because I do want to play that.
It's,
So
yeah.
cool.
It's a fun engine builder game for sure.
The art just looked cute.
Oh
So,
yeah.
so it's not like Catan or Raccoon Tycoon though, right?
It is not. No, you
Okay.
have your own personal board you're working towards, and you're not doing things to get in the way of others.
Okay, good. Because I'm not a fan of those two games. I know
No, like the
everybody loves Catan, and I'm like, okay.
sure.
So, but
Yeah. That's one thing I noticed like with you is you prefer like your interaction games to be more like combat or fighting style where you don't like civilization getting in the way of people,
yeah,
like
well, and I don't
civilization
like a
stuff.
lot of decisions.
Yeah.
Like when I have all this stuff, I'm like, okay, I can only do one thing per turn, but I've got like six options to choose from. How do I know which one the best one is? So I usually just go in and just do whatever. I'm like, okay, I'll
Sure.
just do this time. And sometimes
That's
it works out for me. I mean, I won my Raccoon Tycoon. I'd never played it before, and I actually think I won a round of Catan once. But
nice.
so
Yeah.
no strategy sometimes is the best strategy, I guess. So
Okay. Sure. With
a lot of people
Wormspan you have
disagree.
yeah. Yeah, so Wormspan, you have four options of things you can do on your turn. And so you can play a dragon, play a cave card, you can explore one of the caves. Yeah.
Yeah, see, that sounds
And
really cute.
yeah. And so you're building up your resources so that you can get more caves and then have dragons come in those caves. And each one has different effects, which will either activate when they're played, uh, when the round ends, when you explore that particular cave, or at the end of the game.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check that out because that sounds like that one I wouldn't mind. So
Yeah, definitely
especially
worth it.
yeah. So
It's one
especially
of my favorite ones that I've played, like recently at least, for new releases.
yeah. Is there anything coming out that you're looking forward to?
So there's a couple things that are coming out this year. So I got to play a game called Pixies recently. by Bombix. It's a little card game where you have these little like forest pixies that you are of different colors, and you are trying to arrange them a in a 3 by 3 grid with they're numbered 1 through 9, and the number ones need to go in the number 1 spot, twos in the 2 spot, and such. And you are trying to have pixies of the same color touching each other. Some of them are worth positive points, negative points. Some of them are worth points based on how many of a certain color you have. And you can have pixies underneath other ones to get points.
That sounds cute, actually.
Yeah, it's a cute little filler card game. I've only played it at 2 players. It plays up to 4, but I think the 2 player is better just because it's drafting, so uh it's less downtime.
Oh, so it starts off and you draft for the pixies.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
And so whatever one's
that would be if you have more. Well, 4 players isn't horrible, but it would take longer to draft all the cards.
yeah. And it's not like passing, it's like open drafting, not closed drafting, so you're not actually physically passing the cards around the table. They're in front, they're at the table, and one person picks one, next person picks one, and then uh, and then that person picks the second one, and then the first player picks gets whatever's left over.
Oh, okay. That's actually
So
kind of cool.
yeah,
So it's called
so it's
Pick.
not a new idea, but it's cute. And then there's another game I'm looking forward to that I'm hoping is coming out this year called The Dark Quarter.
The Dark Hoarder.
Quarter.
Oh, Quarter. Okay.
Yeah,
What's that supposed to be like?
so it's like it's a thematic game. I think it takes place in like 1980s New Orleans. It's like voodoo kind of vampire
Oh,
voodoo, like pretty dark theming. Remember when we played Chronicles of Crime?
yes, that's a good game. I
Yeah.
like the game.
Yeah, it's the same company, same idea. It's a but you have the mobile app which kind of helps like build the board out, and you're exploring kind of like a role-playing game kind of, but it has the
Oh,
app to help you tell the story.
that sounds kind of fun.
Yeah,
And you think it might come out this year?
yeah. Uh, it was supposed to come out last year, I think, but it never came out last year. It's everything's delayed these days.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
So, but hopefully it comes out this year because that'd be kind of fun.
yeah,
Yeah, and you'll have to tell me how it is so I can see if I need to go buy it myself.
yes. So it's based on another game called Destinies in that same line, like by the same like people, Lucky Duck, that did Chronicles of Crime. So
And I liked that one. I thought that was a good game.
yeah, for sure.
It's always good to try to solve a crime when you're playing a game.
Yes. Unfortunately, the group I have now with those kind of games don't usually work that well for those people. So
Oh, they don't like to solve crimes when they're playing games.
Sharita does, but I haven't been playing games with Sharita lately.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the rest of my group, like Andrew does, but all the other people, it's hard for them.
Oh,
And they usually, like, there's a couple people in our group that when they get flustered or get confused with something, instead of like actually like trying and putting their best foot forward, they kind of just buckle under the pressure and just give up. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I can't do this. And then like myself and Andrew will be like, well, just try your best. And like,
like
no, I can't do this.
like just take a guess.
Just take a guess, try, like actually like make an effort with these kind of games. And they're like, no, I don't get it. I don't get it. It's like, what's not to get?
Hmm,
Like what, how, yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Maybe it's
But
not their style of gaming or something. Who
no,
knows? So,
yeah. We have some, yeah, we have some people in the group that just have their style of games that they want to play, and they only want to play those kind of games.
oh, they don't.
But
It's hard for them to venture out on different style of games.
yeah, or they'll try, and then if they don't immediately understand it, they'll just, instead of trying to learn, they'll just kind of just be like, I don't get it, and then they'll just give up,
That's a
which
bummer.
is, yeah, I know. We're
It's
messing
all
out on
about
some
having
good games.
fun. Like,
Yeah,
have fun with it. So,
just yeah, just like try your best, even if you don't win, or especially with cooperative games, it's sad because it kind of hurts that not only the experience for everyone else, but also the fact of that it makes the game harder for everyone else.
Well, and if it's cooperative, you're supposed to be working together. So if you're
Yeah.
struggling with whatever it is that you're faced with, that's why it's
Yes.
cooperative, because then you can ask your other
Yes.
people, like, hey,
Yeah.
I could do this or this. What should I do? I do that all the time because I'm like, I've got like choices here, and what's going to be the best for the team. I always ask
Yeah.
people. That's what I love about cooperative games, because sometimes I'm like, you
Oh
know what,
yeah,
this is
for
overwhelming,
sure.
but it's cooperative, so I can just ask these people.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. And so Andrew's been suggesting a lot of cooperative games lately because that's kind of his thing too. But that, that we have our groups kind of divided on what they like though.
yeah,
And so half of the people don't seem to really care too much for the cooperative games that we play. And then yeah,
I love cooperative games, but
yeah,
personally, that's what
there's
Sentinels is, and that's why I'm like, I want to play Sentinels, but that's all right. I'll play it eventually. I mean, I've played it enough
oh,
times, but it's like, oh, I haven't played it in so long. Oh, it looks like we're almost done with this because I'm getting a pop-up that says you're running out of time.
okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So
This
we'd have 9 minutes left. So I guess we should.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, everybody. I don't pay for Zoom. So we're only limited on how long we can do these
No
video calls.
worries. I think that sounds like a good time to wrap it then.
Yeah.
I
So,
guess
um,
this
but this was good. And now that we kind of figured out how to
yeah.
work, if we can get this to upload correctly, we can kind of do this more often.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So just sit and chit chat.
So awesome. This
Yeah.
has been great and thank you everyone for
Yeah.
watching and
Thanks.
have a great rest of your day.
Yep. And let us know what you're playing this weekend. We'll talk to you soon.
Awesome.
All right. Bye.